Welcome back, friends and fellow alternative healing practitioners, to episode 6 of Igniting the Healer's Fire. This episode is going to focus on a request that has come based on popular demand from many healing practitioners, but most specifically Unity Field healing practitioners. I've been asked to create a video discussing Unity Field healing and the 3 sessions of Unity Field healing, sort of a summary version to help explain or introduce the work to others as an element of their practice. So let's jump right in. Unity Field healing is a new modality in the field of energy medicine. Since its inception in 2012, it's emerged as a powerful and a respected approach to energy healing and catalyzing profound personal transformation. It stands apart from other forms of energy medicine and vibrational healing, primarily in the context of the fact that it works within what we call the 24th chromosome, or the quantum DNA aspect. While it shares the remarkable foundation of channeling universal energy and releasing energy blockages familiar to many modalities in energy medicine, it offers an evolutionary program that's kind of specifically designed to support healing and biospiritual transformation through the access of the quantum or spiritual DNA. Now, your quantum DNA serves as an invisible field of information that's intricately connected to your physical DNA. And while we cannot directly observe quantum energy at the current state of the evolution of our physics, at least in the physical world, we can certainly sense its effect and experience its influence by being open-minded and understanding the impact of quantum reality. It is critical to recognize the spiritual foundation of reality in order to work in the world of quantum healing. For all physical reality emanates from this space of consciousness, and that's including everything from the planet and every aspect of the planet to our physical bodies and the fact that we are souls incarnate in the physical body on the planet. Now, the quantum aspect of the DNA, which we call the 24th chromosome in the work of Unity Field healing, originates from the internal creative space of your spiritual nature. It acts as a bridge of energy and communication between your soul and higher self and your consciousness in your physical body. It can be thought of as the soul's DNA, and it provides the mechanism by which the soul connects to and communicates with a human being during an incarnation in physical form on the earth. The information that I'm presenting here was retrieved in a meditative vision, an experience that I lived over a decade ago when this information was revealed to me in this way. And you can read all about that vision, the experience, in the Origins of Unity Field Healing section on the website for those who are curious about understanding the history or the etiology of the work. Now, in the visions that were received, it was the information coded in the visions that led ultimately to the development of Unity Field healing. And the work of Unity Field healing is something that is timed with the Ascension process on the planet. In fact, I was told in spirit that the work could not have developed before about 2012, 2013, because it works with the quantum element of energy that's part of the expanding crystalline grid that really started to awaken after all of the electromagnetic adjustments were made on the grid between 1987 and 2012. And the ascension that's being triggered, which is a whole other topic unto itself, and I've done videos specifically on the ascension, and there's information on the website. Both the Earth and humanity are undergoing a profound shift both in energy and consciousness. And the fact of the matter is the Earth is changing. It's awakening, if you will. It's going through a spiritual renaissance. And so is humanity going through this renaissance. And so the Earth is receiving and being impacted by very high vibrational energy frequencies that are now being delivered to the Earth in a safe and a processed way through the force of the electromagnetic grid and the crystalline grid of the planet. And our 24th chromosome is a quantum crystalline field of energy and information, and it interfaces with this crystalline grid. And so our access to the chromosome was very limited during incarnational cycles until the changes of ascension were triggered. And now, as we move more full steam ahead into this process of ascension that we talk about so frequently, the information exchange between the crystalline aspect of the Earth and the human being and the 24th chromosome of the human being is being catalyzed and triggered in all kinds of interesting ways, opening us up to an energy and a consciousness that was not really a familiar part of humanity up until this point in time. So, for example, so many people today have an awareness of reincarnation or perhaps even vivid memories of other lifetimes that they've lived. This information lives in the 24th chromosome. And because the opening of the quantum crystalline structure is occurring, we begin to have this awareness of our multidimensionality, our consciousness existence in other paradigms or time frames through access to information within the 24th chromosome. It's all part of the process that's taking place. And unity field healing was delivered as a tool to support humanity achieve healing and transformation that's available to us now on the planet because of all these changes that are taking place. You can think of it as a tool. The process is actually a natural part of human evolution and change. And unity field healing is a tool that we can use to help within the energy aspect of the transformation to help us achieve shifts and changes in energy and ultimately the healing that can be derived from some of those energetic transformations. Now, in performing a unity field healing session, there are two essential activations that are done to prepare a person's energy and consciousness for the healing and transformation work that's done in session 3. In the work, we call these session 1 and session 2. Session 1 is self-attunement. Session 2 is the unity field healing template attunement. So the first session is focusing on an activation of the quantum DNA connection that a person holds in their own innate energy system. The process doesn't really require unity field healing to activate this. It's a very natural process, as I mentioned, but unity field healing is a tool that can help catalyze or perhaps accelerate this activation and integration. And the reason this is the first session in unity field healing is it's a necessary prerequisite in order to work more deeply within the quantum crystalline nature of this energy and information. Session 2 introduces us to a light template. And it's another attunement session, but in this session, the client, the person receiving the work, is attuning to a universal light pattern that we call the unity field healing template, as we see in the picture. This is an interdimensional light pattern that interfaces with the quantum DNA access to catalyze energetic adjustments within the quantum DNA field. In the session, the practitioner is holding the energy field with the client to deliver a stable and powerful attunement to the energy pattern. And this energy pattern works within the quantum DNA system to create transformational energy movements that can help activate changes within the quantum DNA axis to provide recalibration or resetting filaments and connections, if you will, within the crystalline light structure so that the person in the body can receive access to this energy and information more readily. So we can think of it as a living light geometry that works in a quantum way within the DNA system. Now, these first two sessions are normally done just one time, but there's no harm in repeating them if people prefer to do that. But they're really attunement sessions. They're sessions that are done to prepare the energy system for what can take place in session 3. And of course, they have to be done in sequence because that's the essence of how the energy proceeds. Now, in session 3 is really where we begin to work on details that may be related to healing or personal growth or transformation that a client might be seeking or you may be seeking in your own life or personal story. We bring an intention into session 3 when we open a session, and it's the intention that forms the foundation or purpose for doing the session. It's guided by the person receiving the energy work. So the person goes into the session with their own specific intention. Now, the intention may have a healing focus. It may be working on a physical or an emotional or a psychological issue that a person seeks to heal. But it may also address other issues that a person may be experiencing and is seeking support to overcome or find balance around, things like relational issues, patterns, addictions, these kinds of things. And lastly, the work can also be called upon not simply to do healing and transformation work, but to develop or enhance skills that a person may be hoping to develop or integrate in their own evolution as a human being. So say, for example, a person is shifting gears in their career and they want to be able to speak with more confidence and security, or perhaps write a book or these kinds of things. You can work in the energy pattern to draw upon the energy within your own Akashic history, your own energy, to pull forward the healing or the energetic strength to help you achieve balance and transformation to support you in that kind of effort. And so, following the call of the intention, the higher self of the client, the person receiving the work, undergoes an energetic activation during the session 3 treatment. And while we're working here, we're calling upon the energies of the sacred elements, the quantum elemental forces of earth, fire, air, and water, to bring energy into the grounding of the energetic changes that are taking place in the quantum realm. And so a client's guides or angelic forces, other light beings who work in healing work, can all be part of this aspect of the session or the transformation. And what happens is there's a quantum patterning response within the DNA system. Now, this sounds all kind of magical, I realize, but when you actually experience the energy and experience the work, it takes on a whole other level of meaning and understanding. But so many people have now practiced and experienced the work that there's a big body of people who've had these kinds of experiences and are really moved, with the ability for this kind of support to be available to us right now on the planet. So it's really a gift to humanity. That's how I see it. Now, the sessions can be delivered in a couple of ways. So primarily it's either done as an audio guided session or a practitioner-led session. And the audios are simple recordings of meditative energy treatments that are available on the website. They're recorded by myself, and they take you through the sessions following an audio recording. But the second way of experiencing the work is through treatments that are led or guided by a practitioner. And the session with the practitioner is, of course, arranged, and it can be done in person, like on a table in a normal energy healing session kind of a format, or it can also be done as a distance session, and you meet in 2 different places on the planet at the same time and go through the session that's led by the practitioner to deliver the energy healing session to the person who's receiving as the client. And so there are many practitioners now. We've trained almost 500 practitioners around the world on every continent, I think, except Antarctica. And there are really beautiful, gifted healers who've attuned to the work. They felt the heart call to participate in the work and become a practitioner. And they're bringing it to life in their own healing practices and working with clients. And I know many of you will be listening to this video, and I just want to take a minute to commend you for this love and effort and faith that you put into doing this kind of work. It's a little mystical doing this kind of work, and we're working with unseen or invisible energies and forces. And that can be really daunting as a healer, because most of the things we're used to doing in our lives are very physical and concrete. They're not as abstract as working in energy healing. So to have the awareness, the trusting the internal guidance, the intuition, opening ourselves up to the full-on spiritual experience of participating in healing in this way, it's a blessing, but it also takes a lot of courage, and there are challenges, psychological challenges as a human being to do it. So I just want to take a minute to honor all the practitioners who put their faith and trust in the work and who are bringing it to life in all kinds of magical ways all around the planet. And if you're new to Unity Field Healing, of course, we invite you to check it out, to learn all about it online or speak to other practitioners, receive sessions, and see for yourself what's really contained in the work. The practitioners on the website, there is a listing for practitioners who have active practices and are open to receiving clients, some in person, some through distance sessions, and most are able to do it in both formats. And so you can go to the practitioner listings on the website. It's a tab at the top of the main page on the unityfieldhealing.com website. And you can explore practitioners around the world and just trust your intuition, your connection to the story or the photograph of the practitioner that you might want to be you feel drawn to, or you may want to work with. And working with a practitioner is really a powerful experience because it adds a whole other level, I think, of healing into the work. The healers who work with this modality have really profound intuitive experiences and their own internal visions and their own ability to help see through some of the issues that a person may be facing in the healing journey. And so working with a practitioner, I find, adds that element to the healing process, and that can be very powerful, in fact, sometimes instrumental even in achieving really powerful transformative change. Now, practitioner training is available with all the sessions so far conducted by myself, John Ryan. I'm the founder of Unity Field Healing. And they occur both online and in-person formats. They're both equally powerful and convenient for training. The weekends are so energetically powerful. They're so full of love and transformative energy. By Sunday at the end of the training, people are elated, and we're all in this really, really remarkable, high vibratory, energetic experience where we really begin to see, feel, experience the power of the work, and then bringing it to life, in individual sessions going forward from that. And the stories that I hear from practitioners are really amazing. So the trainings draw a really diverse group of humans, both seasoned healers and people from all walks of life who feel a heart call to participate in the training, sometimes for personal reasons or to bring the energetic activations to life in different ways. Some examples include elementary school teachers or healers who work with animals, psychotherapists, physicians, chiropractors, other types of energy modality healers or Reiki practitioners, physical therapists, massage therapists, acupuncturists, hypnosis experts, etc., etc. So there's a whole array of people who feel drawn to the attunements of the work and participate in the training. So they're always really fun, remarkable experiences. The questions that come up are really profound and powerful as well. So you can learn all about that if you're drawn to that or interested in that on the website as well. Now, the best place to get information about Unity Field Healing is to go directly to the website, www.unityfieldhealing.com. Here you'll discover the story of Unity Field Healing, all the practical information about developing a personal understanding of the power and potential contained in Unity Field Healing, and how it may fit into your healing journey, or maybe a personal decision to become part of the Unity Field Healing practitioner family. We generally love to welcome anyone to the practitioner family, but really trust your heart on that call. So that's kind of a summary, a brief introduction. There's a lot more information available on the website, but I just kind of wanted to do this in a very casual way to introduce the work. So I hope that was helpful and helped achieve an understanding of what the work is all about. It's a beginning, not an ending, because there's so much more to learn. But in closing, I hope it gives you a sneak peek into the world of Unity Field Healing and its practices. And if you're a practitioner, I hope it really enhances your presentation of Unity Field Healing to your practice clients and others seeking your healing services. And again, if you're new, we welcome you to the Unity Field Healing family. I hope it gives the insight and curiosity to discover what exists on the frontier of quantum healing and where we're moving forward in terms of energy, healing, and medicine. I encourage you to come forward and learn more and discover what's available to you. So namaste. Thank you for joining me today, and tune in next month for the next episode where we're going to address burnout and compassion fatigue, a very important issue facing people who work in energy healing and allied health practices. So blessings until next month. Big hugs and lots of love. Namaste.